Smell good crew. What it do? If it's two things people always gonna remember about you, that's how you made them feel and how you smelled when you did it. You dig? So we here to just talk about, some light tips and tricks you could do when you building your fragrance collection. But primarily I'm going to harp on one particular point, and that point pretty much is you do not need 100 mLs of every fragrance. You know what I'm saying? I know it's common to get your fragrances in 100 mLs, but I started off my journey recently and I've always had fragrances in the collection, but I haven't really gotten too serious about it up until maybe last year, in the last year. And I've realized I picked up a lot of fragrances that I really do enjoy. However, the fact that I have 100 mLs of them is just, I'm like, I'm probably never going to really go through this thing. It will probably take me years. For instance, in the back there, you see that Latafa bourbon. That's probably going to be in my collection for years, unless I trade it away or get rid of it. Why? Because I have Zara the Most Wanted, which they have a similar smell to them. However, of course, the Zara the Most Wanted is better. But, it's kind of redundant. And I don't feel the need to have something like this and something like that in my collection. So that's probably not going to get, utilized as much as the Zara the Most Wanted. So that's another mistake, you can make, which is duplicating or having duplicates of fragrances that you don't need, whereas your fragrances might be overlapping a bit too much. But if you're leaning more towards one particular style of fragrance that you like, maybe you just like fresh fragrances, well, you might have 40 fresh fragrances in your collection. And to be honest with you, that's not very versatile. But if that's what you would like, that's what you would like. However, to me, that's just a little bit boring when it comes to collecting fragrances, to have something that smells like everything else. You kind of want to have a versatile collection, something for every occasion. You get what I'm saying? So you want a versatile portfolio when it comes to your scent. So you want something for date night, maybe 2 or 3 that you could switch up. You want something for the summertime. I would say maybe even 3 for the summer that you could swap out. Something like a Silver Mountain Water, or something like and obviously you could go for the dupes for these, something like a Blue Talisman, an Afnan Supremacy, like you see there in the back. You can really just, even a Versace Eros Flame, which is great for the summer. You want some cool weather fragrances for the fall, for date night. You want to be able to kind of mix and match, just so you don't get bored with the scent and your partner doesn't get bored with the scent. If you somebody who's been wearing the same scent for 5 years with a partner, that could get a little boring. And I don't care if it's Blue Day Chanel. After a while, it's like, okay. Like, I know we're going to go out, you're going to put your Blue Day Chanel on. You get what I'm saying? So you want to have a little bit of versatility. Even if it's just 3 fragrances, you switch up here and there. That's better than just one. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm going to harp back on that 100 ml point. Guys, get the 100 ml for fragrances that you wear on a daily or your favorite fragrances. Don't get it for ones that you're not going to be using that often, unless you just want to have it in your collection for years, because it's really just a waste of money, where you could take half of whatever you spent and go get 2 different fragrances that you paid for the price of one. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just one thing I wanted to harp on, because I have something small in the front. If you see here, this Banana Republic Dark Cherry Amber. And although it's small, this is a 30 ml, it definitely is more than enough. It gets the job done. I'm telling you, it gets the job done. And it's travel size. I could grab it and just keep going about my day. I don't have to stop and worry about, oh damn, I'm lugging around this whole gigantic you know, bottle in my pocket. What if it breaks? I don't want to set it down and get it stolen. Something as small as this, and you keep in your pocket, throw in your bag, your gym bag, whatever, you good to go, right? And something I shied away from at the beginning. I mean, I guess you can also do, of course, I have some decants and I have these canisters, you know, where you could just, I got a couple more in the drawers here. A couple more fragrances in there, but we ain't finna talk about that. But yeah, these are just some things you can do when you starting off your fragrance collection. Don't so much focus on 100 ml of everything. Start small, you know, and build up. And if it's something you really like, you know, maybe like a Citizen Jack, hey, then you go after the 100 ml, you know. But if it's something like this that was blind bought because the hype was hyping, Nitro Red, it's good, but it smells like a air freshener to me. But it gets hella compliments, which is crazy. So it's like a fancy air freshener. Got that fresh watermelon, fruity scent. Very, very sweet and sexy. But like I said, it give me bathroom vibes, like something you spray the bathroom with. Hey, don't get mad at the messenger. I'm just saying, it gets a lot of love. But I got 100 mLs of that, and to be honest, I don't find it all that. So it'll be in my collection for a while, but I won't go through it as quickly. You get what I'm saying? But it's okay. It's okay. Something like a YSL, that's a daily scent. You know, YSL Y. In the summertime, that's something I go through quick. That, hey, if you could get a 150 ml, hey, do that, because that's a daily use. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, you don't need 100 mLs of everything. That's my point. If you want to build your collection, you definitely don't. As you can see, I have some oils over here, and I haven't even gone through those. So, especially if you got the oils as a base, and then you're spraying your fragrance on top of it, you don't even need as much. So, yeah, that's just something I wanted to run past you guys, you know. And, yeah, make sure you like, make sure you comment, subscribe. I appreciate y'all even taking the time to watch the video. And, yeah, if you got any questions regarding starting your fragrance collection, hey, let me know, man. You know, I got some discounters you can shop at, such as a Joma shop. They're real good. I mean, their shipping could be a little better, but, you know, I haven't really had too many issues with them, other than the fact that sometimes I'm just getting a little impatient. But your fragrance gets here, you know, you never have to worry about them mixing up for the most part. So, you know what's coming, pretty much is what I'm saying, even though it might take a week or two. But anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed taking a little peek at my collection. It grows all the time, and sometimes I finish bottles and they get kicked out of the collection. So, you know how it goes. But, yeah, y'all let me know if y'all seen anything over the course of me just going through that y'all might enjoy, that y'all might wear, that y'all have in your collection. And until next time, guys, I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.